Okay, got the Logitech Z150 for the Pro Shop build. We've got the Intel NVMe. 650 series, I believe. Sorry, 760p series. Got the Asus R7 and 240 Radeon card. Basic AM4 processor, AMD S series. Got the Asus Prime A320. Micro ATX. Basic EVGA 500 watt. Non-modular. It's 80 plus. Certified. We got the Artec MX4 thermal compound. We got Crucial 8GB kit. And we have an extra cable mod, a SATA 3 cable. We may not need it, but just in case. Alright. And it's going in a old Micro ATX HP case, which is totally gutted out. So here goes the work, guys. Now, the first thing we're going to be doing here is, let me just make sure I'm, okay, here we go. We have to get a star bit because he's taking star bits. And we're going to take this apart with the star bit. So the first things first. Yes, we do have a, let's get the wrong size, get the right one. These star bits are exclusive to the HP cases here, so let's take this out. Okay, take the door out. Put the door up to the side. He's already got parts installed in this case. We don't need this fan, we're just going to use one fan. So Bert Brothers, we're going to have to just spray out, take the stuff out of the case, obviously. What we're going to do next is take out the, this is a temporary. We're going to reinstall the Wi-Fi card. As soon as the antenna's out. And have this out of focus, obviously, which is never good. Out of the view of the camera here, so we're going to take the antennas out and we'll reinstall it once we get the whole system in. Okay. And obviously we have this for this. Keep this on here. Okay. This goes to this. We have all these extra screws which we may not even need. These were old screws used for one of the original hard drives. So we take this out, and this goes out, and this goes over here. This is for the Wi-Fi card. Okay, next, here's the case. And we're going to quickly blow it out. Go get some can down. Let me see if I can find it. Here we go. And And again, we got that trusty canned air here. Whoops, I just went over something. Never good. Okay, so for now we're going to take this off to the side here. I'm just going to quickly blow this case out very fast. Oops. Don't you love it when that happens? Okay. I'm going to take out the extra slots just as a temporary. One's out. And it looks like there's two of them permanently attached in the case, so we'll leave that be. And let's see, what else do we do? Well, we can obviously first do the power supply first. We're always going to do the case preparation. And these screws here are basically for the power supply. I just misplaced one screw, so that's an easy find. We'll just have to find that missing screw. Now, case manufacturers usually supply, not the case, but the manufacturers of power supply usually come with their own screws, so we might be able to get away with that. We'll find out in a second. Needless to say, we're doing the case preparation first, and then we will do the motherboard preparation. Again, this is the EVGA 500 watt. We already have the first hard drive installed, and we also have a CD-ROM drive that was already installed previously in this computer. Okay. And that is saying, we are now going to do the, might as well install the power supply, get that out of the way. Always install the case, get the case preparation done first. Get the power supply done, and then we will install the motherboard I/O afterwards once we open up the motherboard. Okay, so here it is. Pretty nice looking power supply. Okay, comes with cable, and here's your power supply right here that it comes with. Now, let's see all the goodies it comes with. Nice EVGA power supply. Now, lo and behold, the power supply came with, you guessed it, screws. So we don't have to use the case screws. We could ditch that. It goes in the garbage. Voila. Next, fan installation. Now what we're going to use now is a basic Phillips screw. I'm going to change it to a Phillips screw. Phillips screw is going to go in. Now, because it has no top fan over here, we have to use the fan on the bottom. There's no vent. So that's the next thing we're going to do. So basically, it's going to come down the heat and then out through the back. Okay, so here's your 4 screws. And what we're going to do now is we're going to do the installation of the power supply. So let's do that now. Get that out. Now the stuff that's already installed in this case, which we're going to reuse for the new computer. Now basically when we're all done with this, what we're going to do is we're going to wire tie it to neaten up the cable management in this. Okay. And with that said, we're now going to install power supply. Make sure it fits right on in, which it should. Make sure it goes where it's supposed to go. There we go. That being said, let's install this. This is an EVGA 500 watt. Okay, screw one. Screw two. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to bring this up so you can see how I'm installing this. And I got this for about 44 bucks over at Micro Center. Pretty good place to get computer parts. Okay, we're turning off the power supply for now. Okay, that's installed. Next, we're going to take out all the screws in the motherboard for preparation of the build. So we're going to do that now. For that, we're going to need the star bit again. Because we obviously can't do that without removing the old star bits. So let's make sure we have the right torque head, which we do. Now in this case, we leave the motherboard screws over here for the time being. We'll always leave it in the same spot, whatever you do. Now these were actually hand tightened before. Wasn't really wrong size torque pin. Oops. But they'll use the largest torque head at 20. This takes a T10. Actually T15 torque head. All the HP cases take a T15. We got 2 more to take out. Okay, we're done with that. We're going to take the case prep off to the side for now, and we're going to start getting ready for the motherboard install. Okay, let's look at the Asus Prime A320. Let's get a scissor for this. You know what? We can even use this. And let's see what this baby comes with. And look at that. It comes with an NVMe screw and the whole bit. So first thing we need to figure out is before we do the case install, let's take a look. Here's your motherboard I/O shield. We're going to first take a look at what we have here. It looks like we've got some extra doodads. And we got a couple SATA cables. Very nice. What else do we have in here? Well, that's it. 2 SATA cables. Leave that over here for now. Let's see what else we have. Here's the motherboard. And we're going to make sure it installs the right way. So, first thing we need to check is obviously it's going to go in this way. And so that the speaker cables, it's an inverse motherboard, so the speakers go up this way. Okay, now we need to find that I/O shield again. Here you go. Again, remembering that the speakers go up, so it's going in reverse. And now we get to open it up. Okay. Okay, so we're going to put in the speaker, we're going to put in the I/O shield next. You hear that click? Fully installed. Now, next batch, we're going to install the SSD cable. Make sure I'm focused. Okay, here we go. Okay. Now, what we can do is do a quick preparation. And we're going to make sure that everything lines up first before we do the actual install. So let's check it out. Yes, it appears that the cables do match up, so we'll look like we're in good shape. And we have an extra screw point, which we're not going to be using, so that's just as good. Now, before we do anything else, we're going to start preparing the motherboard now. So here we go. I'm going to get a scissor for this. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to now do the motherboard prep. We're going to install all the necessary parts: processor, screw for the SSD and VME, the whole bit. So what we're going to do is, first we're going to open up the NVMe drive, and we have to find the slot for the NVMe, which is right over here. So now we're going to do the install. Let's get my trusty scissor and open this up. Okay, that's opened. Okay, it comes with the user manual. Instructions, we don't need that. And it goes to the far one over here because this is a 2280 size. So we get to open this up like so. And now we're going to open up this. Okay, first things we need to do is install the oh, that ain't good. Install the post. Okay, post is now installed. Now we need to change the screw again. And we need to go to the smallest possible. I have to find my screws now, my screw bits. There we go. Change the head. I'm going to go to my smallest possible Phillips head screw we got here, screw bit. And we got her right over here. And we're now going to install the NVMe.
What are you doing now?
Building a computer, Sherry. What do you think? Okay, we're installing the NVMe drive now. We're going to get the screw head in. Okay, now that's installed. It's installed fully. Okay, next thing we're going to do is now install the CPU. We'll install the CPU and then we'll install the RAM.
You've got mail.
Alright, looks like this, we won't need this because the CPU heatsink has thermal paste applied. So we applied already, so we don't need that. So all we need to do is just do the basic install. 1, 2, 3 makes it easy. Okay. Now we need to find the triangle, which I see it's over here. Triangle is right over here. So all we're going to do is we're going to install the chip first by opening up the latch. And being very careful on how we do this. And it is open. Okay, it's installed now. And we are now in. Okay, so it's already in. Next, we're now going to install the OEM and again, just be very careful on how you install it. You want to install it on the side where you find the CPU fan, closest side to it, which I see it's over here. And let's see, which side should I install them? Should I install, oops, put my finger on it by accident. Nothing major, just a little bit of. Should I install it over here? I think this will be doable. Let's try to keep the wiring away from. I think if we installed over here like so. Some people tell me that this is always the hardest part to put on, but it's really not if you've done this before. I know I have. Which it's on. I had to take that off for a second. There we go.
I gotta take the pills first. I'll take it at 7.
We are looking for the other side. Latch it on. Let you see the other side. There we go. Looks like we are in. Yes. Yes. One way, two ways. Boom, boom. Okay, now we're in. Latch it up. We're closed. Okay, processor installed. Next. Now we can install the RAM. One. Two. Okay, we will install the CPU fan. That's in. And we're just going to bundle up the wiring for the CPU fan so that it's out of the way. Kind of keep the cabling a little clean here. Okay, nice clean install. Now we're going to install everything we need to. Now we're going to put it into the motherboard next. Put it into the case. Find the screws. Find the torque bits again. We need our trusty T15 torque. And here goes nothing. T15 it is. Yeah, looks like everything will install, everything lines up, yep. Alright, so let's get the Okay, we got one. Got a couple more screws to install here. We got, looks like 3.
You know, TGI Friday still has the 2 leads on the 2 sides I saw.
Okay, we install one fit, plug in, 3-point in header. Okay, that's in, that's in. Alright, time to wire it up. This is what we have so far in the computer. Okay, that all said, before we do any further cabling, let's install some other parts. need the flashlight now because I can't see where the USB cable installs to. Hard to see black on black. We will check and make sure that it's the right installation. Okay, we got it installed the right way now.
You guys are working again.
Okay, now we're back. Now we're going to install the rest. Now before we go any further, we're going to do some quick installations. Okay, we got the CPU power. And we're going to install CPU 4-pin first. Okay, we got one part done. Okay, so we got this one done. Okay, now we're going to do the installation of the wiring now. Next is the 24-pin. Okay, now we're going to install all the necessary power items. And then what we'll do is then we'll install Okay, so far we got the 8-pin CPU installed, 24-pin CPU, 8-pin CPU, 24-pin power connector installed. I got one of the SATA cables installed. I'm going to get the other one installed now, SATA power. And then we're going to do the other one afterwards. Okay, that's installed now. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to take this out very quickly. And we're going to reinstall it where it's not as cluttered. Let's just make it a little bit easier on the the cable management later on. That's a little bit better. And what we're trying to do is we're trying to make it easier on the cable management. Okay, so we're good to go. And now to make it a little bit easier, now we're going to kind of bundle up. We're going to bundle up all the cables where we don't need it. This just makes things a little bit easier on the cable management process. We don't have to like... Now certain things like this, what we're going to do is we're going to bunch it up. And we're going to do a quickly plastic wire tie this right now. Because basically the reason for that is we have all the cables basically put in. But we want to keep everything nice and neat in here, by all means. So basically we're trying to keep everything neat. We don't have wiring all over the place. Now we're just going to wire tie all the cables here. And we're going to hide it so that it just makes it neater in the long run. Let's get my cutting pliers, shall we? We're gonna, get more cables. And again, all these cables, we're gonna bunch it up. We're gonna find another big thing of wire ties. There we go. Got them over here. It's a nice clean build. Well, before we do that, we need to install this. So let's do that now. Then we can bunch up the rest of the cables. See, we almost forgot to do that. Okay, low profile graphics card again. Very easy. We're just going to need one of these slots, one of the DIMM slots to use. So let's install that real quick. Before we do that, make sure that this is opened up, which it is. We just install it right in the slot. And that is installed. And believe it or not, we do not need a power supply cable. So now we can bunch up the cables. Okay, perfect wire tie cable management does the trick all the time. Now because this graphics card is a low profile, we didn't need the extra power supply cable. This is an R7 240, low profile. Therefore all the cables are neatly tucked in. And the only thing we need to now install are the data cables to connect to the motherboard. And we'd basically be all set. So let's do that now. SATA cables. And you have two of them. One going for the hard drive down here. And the other one for the optical drive right over there. And you have a couple of just in case I need a long cable. There it is. Got them right over here. Alright, we have to quickly unplug this SATA power cable real quick so we can install the data cable. Alright, that's one in. Okay, let's reattach the power cable that we just unplugged. Okay, that's now installed. And we're going to basically tuck all the cables away. Okay, so now we're going to connect one SATA cable. We're going to put it in 1 and 2. We'll put the optical in 1, and we'll put the hard drive in 2. Mechanical. Okay, now we're all set. Everything's all in, everything's wired up as you see. Okay, a couple more things I have to install now. We will install the DIMM slots are out. Now we reinstall the Wi-Fi card, and then we'll put the antennas in after we install everything else. Okay, we're in. We're now going to install reinstall the Wi-Fi antennas. Okay, we're fully installed now, and let's take a quick final look at after everything put in. Cable management was not too bad in this thing, not too bad at all. Okay, now we'll take a pause and then we'll do the installation afterwards. Okay, all the new parts are now installed. Originally what I had was the NVMe drive. Will not work because this is the A8 processor. So instead, out of my wife's computer, I took the Samsung 850 Evo SSD standard drive out, and we're using that as the boot drive instead. And obviously behind it is the Seagate 750 gigabyte, which is the which will be the storage drive. So as you see right now, Windows is now installing. And obviously the parts were installed inside this old HP case, which it's, even though it may be an old case, but it's got all new parts and it's running well. So there you go, it's all working now.